Over a month ago, we told you how China is trying to recruit Gorkha soldiers and induct them in the People Liberation Army. As that decision remains in the pipeline, a new development has come to light. Nepali Gorkhas are reportedly joining Russia's famous Wagner group. Do you remember the Wagner group? Yes, the one that recently launched a revolt attempt against Russian President Vladimir Putin's government. Modestly built Hindus, religious and devoted, calm in nature yet ferocious fighters with the warrior intuition in their blood. We are talking about Gorkha soldiers. How they became a part of the Indian Army, why do the world's biggest superpowers want them in their forces, and why are Gorkhas the world's mightiest soldiers? This is their story. About 120 km northwest of Kathmandu, Gorkha is a small district in Nepal in today's context but with immense historic significance, where a majority of people belonging to the Thapa, Magar, Gurung and Rai tribes reside. Kings, generals and the army of Gorkha conquered several small scattered kingdoms into one big region and named the whole occupied region Nepal in around 1767 AD. The Nepali Gorkhas, who are considered fierce warriors, are reportedly joining the Wagner Group, which is Russia's private military company that revolted against Russia's President Vladimir Putin recently. Wagner mercenaries are now headed back to their base after Putin agreed to allow their leader to avoid treason charges and accept exile in Belarus. Wagner Group has been seen as more efficient than the Russian army, especially after Wagner mercenaries won for Russia the control of Bakhmut, a small but strategically located city in eastern Ukraine. On 16th of May, Russian authorities made it easy to access Russian citizenship after 1 year of military service. Since then, hundreds of Nepali youths have joined Russian forces as contract soldiers. Some of them are even retired from the Nepal army. However, retired Nepal army official Major General Binod Basnyat called it a concerning situation, as he said that the Nepal government is not being able to do anything since these Nepalese soldiers are making the move in their individual capacity. While Russian citizenship is a big attraction for the Nepali youth, another factor is the end to their recruitment in the Indian army. Several videos have surfaced in social media showing Nepali youths taking military training in Russia. The relationship between India and Nepal has been rolling downhill in the last decade. In June 2022, India launched the Agnipath scheme for the Indian Armed Forces by making a way of recruiting channel at a young age and retiring 3/4 of the batch every 4 years. But the new scheme had no provision for a pension scheme, and that did not sit well with the youth of Nepal. Why is that? Because so far, Indian Army has been a lucrative option for the Nepalese youth, as the payment has been 2.5 times what the Nepalese army pays, and the pension provides economic and social security. The job in the Indian Army also provides Nepalese nationals with the option to settle down in India. The salaries and pensions of the Indian Army Gorkha soldiers form a significant part of income in rural Nepal. The Nepalese soldiers in the Indian Army bring $620 million in remuneration, while Nepal's defense budget is all of $420 million. The Nepalese government, led by the communists who are against Nepalese Gorkhas serving in Indian Army, historically halted the recruitment process, using the refusal by the Indian government to make an exception for the Gorkha soldiers under the Agnipath scheme. The Indian establishment has been hoping that the recruitment process will commence once elections are over in Nepal. But so far, there has been no movement. During the Ukraine war, Russia started offering several benefits to Wagner mercenaries that it offers to its own soldiers. Irregular army recruitments, such as of convicts and foreign nationals, are typically done by Wagner, which has recruits from several Baltic and Nordic countries. Wagner pays up to $2,500 to its recruits, when average monthly income in Russia is well below $1,000. For Nepali youth, this is quite a big sum. With dissatisfaction from the Indian government over the Agnipath scheme and with the bait of Russian citizenship, how will Nepali Gorkhas help Putin's private military?